During the 1980s, the Cold War arms race reached its peak, with both the US and USSR stockpiling thousands of nuclear warheads and advanced conventional weapons. ICBMs like the Soviet SS-18 Satan and the American Minuteman III were designed for mutually assured destruction. The US alone had over 23,000 nuclear warheads by 1983. This era symbolized the terrifying balance of power where global annihilation seemed imminent. Yet, these weapons were built for a type of warfare that would soon become obsolete. The collapse of the USSR in 1991 left vast stockpiles of weapons without a purpose. Over 15,000 Soviet nuclear warheads were suddenly unaccounted for, sparking fears of proliferation. Conventional weapons like T-72 tanks and MiG-29 jets rusted in storage yards across Eastern Europe. The U.S. spent $400 million annually through the Nunn-Lugar program to secure these assets. This marked the beginning of a shift from quantity to quality in military technology. The 1991 Gulf War demonstrated how stealth aircraft like the F-117 Nighthawk could penetrate advanced air defenses undetected. GPS-guided bombs achieved 85% accuracy compared to 25% for Cold War-era munitions. By 2003, drones like the MQ-1 Predator conducted targeted strikes with minimal collateral damage. These technologies made massive armored divisions and nuclear stockpiles strategically irrelevant in modern conflicts. Modern conflicts like Ukraine and Syria proved nuclear weapons couldn't prevent conventional warfare. Despite Russia's 6,257 nuclear warheads, they failed to deter NATO expansion or Ukrainian resistance. The 2015 Iran nuclear deal showed diplomacy could achieve what mutually assured destruction couldn't. Today, nuclear weapons are political tools rather than military assets, with maintenance costs exceeding $50 billion annually for major powers. In Ukraine, Russian T-90 tanks worth $4 million each were destroyed by $175,000 Javelin missiles. Thermal imaging and top attack capabilities render even advanced armor vulnerable. Drones like the Turkish Bayraktar TB2 achieved 90% hit rates against tanks in Libya. Modern anti-tank weapons are now so effective that the U.S. Marine Corps eliminated all tank battalions in 2020, ending a century of armored dominance. The Taliban's 2021 victory proved how $83 billion of U.S. equipment couldn't defeat guerrilla tactics. Insurgents used $500 drones to drop grenades on armored vehicles. IEDs caused 60% of coalition casualties in Iraq and Afghanistan. Cold War weapons designed for large-scale battles became liabilities against enemies who refused to fight conventionally. The 2017 NotPetya cyber attack caused $10 billion in damage globally without firing a shot. Russian hackers have disabled Ukrainian power grids 6 times since 2015. The U.S. Cyber Command now has 6,200 personnel, more than some Cold War bomber wings. Modern warfare values keyboard warriors over missile crews, with cyber defenses becoming more crucial than nuclear shelters. Israel's Harop loitering munitions autonomously identify and attack radar systems. The U.S. Navy's Sea Hunter drone can patrol oceans for months without crew. AI processes satellite data 100x faster than human analysts. These systems make human-operated Cold War platforms obsolete. An F-16 pilot needs 10,000 training hours while AI learns continuously without rest. Since 1991, over 15,000 Soviet tanks have been scrapped or sold, some becoming restaurant attractions. Ukraine converted SS-19 ICBM launch silos into data centers. The U.S. recycles 95% of decommissioned nuclear submarines. This repurposing symbolizes how yesterday's doomsday weapons become today's curiosities or tools of commerce rather than war. The $1.7 trillion spent on Cold War weapons taught us that technological superiority matters more than sheer numbers. Today's militaries prioritize drones over tanks, cyber over nukes, and AI over human pilots. While nuclear arsenals remain as political symbols, real power lies in satellites, algorithms, and information dominance. The Cold War's legacy isn't its weapons, but the lesson that warfare constantly evolves beyond what superpowers anticipate.